Guys, so I actually modded the intake of this '09 Scion TC. I have a K&N air filter in there, and then I found my own. I actually had a silicone hose. It's a 45-degree angle which goes into the fender well there to pull cold air from the fender. You can take that off and it'll probably pull mostly cold air from that, hole right there in the fender, but if you have some kind of snorkel that goes in, it's a little better. That has like a 2.75 inch diameter, which is a lot better than the stock snorkel, which gets real tight around here, right where it starts to pull air in, so it's like a big restriction there, and this isn't that big either, so the fact that that silicone one goes around there, it's going to grab more air. I had cold air intake on. It's a DC Sports, and it was nice looking, and it dressed up the engine bay. I didn't really notice any extra power from it, honestly. Whenever you have like a longer straw, you probably get a little more restriction, especially you have like a 90-degree bend here. This was the part, you can see how long it is. This is the part that went into the fender well, and it went way down in there. So basically it started around here. Back up some. I could get it under there, but you could see it from basically outside the car, but you could see how long this is. So this went almost basically to the bottom of the fender well there, which means if you went in any water and this car is lowered, you could say I have it raised up off the ground, so this isn't a good illustration, but that bumper, when the car's on the ground, probably sits maybe 6 inches above the ground, probably maybe even a little less. It's hard to tell, but this goes all the way down to the bottom and sucks. So I mean, my 20-year-old stepson's driving this car, and if he goes through something that he thinks isn't so deep, I've warned him about it in the past, not to go through anything deep because it'll hydrolock your engine, but if he goes through anything that's any remotely deep or just misjudges, doesn't think something's going to be as deep as it is, then bye-bye engine. So I just took the fender protector, whatever that fender well guard is, off, took this cold air intake off, cleaned the throttle body while I was in here, put the stock intake back on, added that thicker silicone hose to pull from the fender well cold air, and put the mat back on. We should be good to go. Maybe it doesn't look as nice, but it's safer. Summer's coming up. We're gonna have tons of storms, hurricanes and whatnot, so it'll just be, I think, much better than running this snorkel, which basically aims down to the pavement and the water. So I'll sell this. Somebody will like it. Maybe somebody in California, Arizona. We're not dealing with tons of rain, but yep, that's about it. Good way to mod your intake here. Pull cold air. The K&N filter will let it flow through pretty good. Any questions, let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe. See you guys.